Hi, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic, and it's been a while since I've done a little product review, but I thought I would do a nice quick video with this for you today. I did my recent order from scrapbook.com and noticed they've got these pops of colour brand available. I think there's about 9 different colours. This was a pack of 3 that came in the clear, the white and the black. And just to compare, very similar to liquid pearls, I am assuming, or Nuvo drops if you've got Nuvo drops. So that's a little comparison of the size of them. What I'm going to do is just quickly use them and compare them. I've got some grey coloured paper here that I'm going to squeeze them out of, just so you can see how they compare with liquid pearls and Nuvo, because these are slightly different, and this is why I'm keen to show you them. So many of us have Nuvo or liquid pearls already in our collection. I'm probably thinking they don't really need these, so let me share them with you. Now when they do come, they have a little red stopper on, so you've got to take that off. So let me just start with a couple of these for each, add it on, and then basically tap it at the back just to kind of flatten them out. And I'm going to try and put the same amount of drops on each one, so you've got that comparison. So that's the Nuvo. This is a liquid pearls. Now this obviously always has that little pointy bit at the end, which is why I've got my technique to tap underneath. And the more that you tap, the flatter it goes, as you can see as well. Now if you wanted to make your own enamel drops, that kind of stuff, just use your craft mat rather than sticking straight onto the card, because then you can lift them off. In fact, let me do some of those as well. You can obviously use your glass mat if you've got a Tim Holtz glass mat, or any kind of glass surface actually you could use. And it would do exactly the same. This is just an old craft mat, which is basically a Teflon sheet, but not as easy to tap, as you can see. So I just added those on just as an example for you, and let's get into these colour pops. So we'll start with the white one. Now the texture's slightly different, it feels a bit runnier, and obviously it's a bigger bottle, so a little bit easy to squeeze. The nib's quite small, and I'm just going to apply a small amount. Now you can see this white one obviously looks a bit like liquid glue because of the colour, and I've got 2 different size blobs here. And you see, when I tap it, they go super flat so quick. You see, it feels like the texture's a little bit thinner. So not as thick, so it goes flat super quick. In fact, let me add some on here as well whilst I'm doing this, so you can see just how easy these are to take off. Because what I'll do is I'll record the first part of this video, and then I'll come back to it, and once these have set, I've given it some time to settle down, and then you can see how easy they are to come off. And this is the clear one. Okay, so let's just tap the rest of those. Can you see just how quickly they spread and flatten out? I've never had a result like this with liquid pearls or Nuvo. I never get them so flat like this. And this is why I wanted to show you, because I think this is going to be a game changer for me. I know some people like to create their own enamel dots as well as apply directly onto a project. It's a safer bet. You don't want to ruin your project by applying straight on. You can obviously create these yourself and then glue them on later. Now I just quickly grabbed some enamel dots. These are the Uniquely Creations ones that I got in my advent calendar from the Dreamer collection and the Wild collection, and you can see just how large and flat these are rather than the traditional ones you might get. And just leave them to set, and then I'm going to come back and see if we can actually use these just as we do for these. So I have let them set. In fact, I've let them set overnight rather than just for a few hours. So I really do want to see how these turned out, and hopefully you can see just how they did turn out. Now I'm really impressed with, you can see here, the white and the black. Even the clear on here looks good, and this is obviously on the craft mat, but when you look at the clear one, hopefully you got a good view of it here now, but when you look at the clear one, you can see the actual dampness of the card underneath. So I'm not too sure if I will apply the clear one directly onto cardstock, but these look great, don't they? You would never know they weren't a purchased one if I quickly show you the ones we showed before. They're just as shiny, they're just as nice and flat in this case. So just to remind you, these were the Nuvo drops, the liquid pearls. These are the colour pops, and then these are the stone pearls as well, which obviously have that textured effect, which is what's so great about them. So let's try lifting them off the craft mat and see if they are going to be easy enough to use as embellishments. So I'm just going to zoom you in. And let's try lifting these off. Oh, there you go. It comes off super easy. Now I think I stabbed it a bit too much. Maybe I don't need to use my tweezers. Yep, just pushing them off. So I'm obviously distorting them a little by doing that. So I think my other method is just peel back. Yeah, and that's definitely the way to go with these. Look, absolutely stunning. You can see they've still got that high gloss finish that you get with the enamel paid ones that you buy. And just flicking back your craft mat to peel them off is much better than stabbing them with your tweezers, as I did. You can see whichever shape you go for. Now let's have a look at these clear ones, because these are the ones I think are really going to make a difference. Let me get some coloured paper. Now you can see here I've got a little bit of glitter in mine because I did have some glitter left on that craft mat. But I think they're pretty good. It's almost like using glossy accents. In fact, I should have tried glossy accents, shouldn't I? Not quite clear. I feel like there's a bit of a yellow tinge, but again, that could be down to my craft mat. You can see here, this is one that's got a lot of glitter in it. There you go. And you can see here what I mean about the colour being slightly off. It's not completely clear, like you would get with glossy accents. And you can also see a little bit of bubbling as well, but just the same with glossy accents. If you want to get rid of that bubble, you really need to kind of pop them before they dry. But I think the black and the white are going to be a firm favourite of mine. Look how good they look. So these did come in a pack of 3, and you obviously get a little bit of a discount when you're buying them as a pack of 3. So my overall review, I am actually going to say it's a hit. Maybe not so much the clear, but definitely the black and the white. And I am going to go back. They do have other sets. I'm just showing you the website now, actually, the different ones that are available. I think in terms of value for money, you get a lot more for roughly the same price, and you get just the same results as far as I'm concerned as well. So definitely worth looking into it and investing if you don't already have something equivalent in, for example, liquid pearls or Nuvo. So I hope you like that quick review. It's just a very quick one. If you've got any comments or queries, as always, let me know in the comments below. I do read and respond to every one of them. But other than that, have a great crafting weekend. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.